You know what? You're in the right place if you want to see with Kindle Publishing, because today I'm going to provide 5 essential tips so you can succeed with Kindle Publishing in 2020 and 2021. Inversely, we are in the end of 2020 and it has been a fantastic, crazy and nutty year. It has been. Anyway, let's get the ball rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys and girls. Oh yeah, this is going to be a great video. Today I'm going to share with you 5 aspects that you need to know so you can succeed with your Kindle publishing business in 2020 and 2021. And my name is Jordan Alexo. If you don't know, you should know. And if you still haven't done it, just go right below, click on that thumbs up, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can receive more of this type of videos where you learn a lot about Kindle publishing and several ways for you to make money online. If you still not sure why haven't got my free guide where I talk about the 7-step formula how to publish your first $300 to $800 book on Amazon, just go to jordanalexo.com and click on this green button so you can get this guide. I'm going to leave the link to my website on the description from this video. Just click on that link, go over here, click on this button here, and there you go. So today I'm going to talk about this, and I should have done this video a bit earlier in 2020. We are nearly in the end of 2020 and it has been a very awkward year. Don't want to talk about that, but it has been a strange year. And the things I'm going to talk about will still apply in 2021. I don't see any major changes, at least about the things that I'm going to talk about in this video for 2021. So the tips I'm going to provide will still help you next year. So I started publishing back in 2016, in the end of 2016, about that. And a few things have changed a lot. One of them has been the huge amount of competition that we have nowadays on Amazon. There's just a lot more people publishing books, and a lot of things I'm going to talk about in this video are reflected upon that. The first one is simply for you to focus on one specific niche at a time, especially when you are starting out. Of course, later on, if you want to get involved in multiple niches and you know what you're doing, you can do that. But initially, focus on one specific niche at a time and see if you can actually succeed. One of the things that back in 2016, and I'm certain that even nowadays people still do it, there was a strategy that we applied which was called, actually I never followed this strategy, but I know some publishers out there used to do this, which was called the shotgun approach. So essentially what they would do is they would go to Amazon, they would do keyword research, or basically they would try to find multiple profitable keywords. And sometimes what happened was they would find multiple keywords that were profitable in different niches. So let's say that they would see that yoga for beginners was a profitable keyword, and they would find another keyword, let's say the paleo diet cookbook, and that would be another keyword. And what would they would do was they would publish immediately a book for yoga for beginners and another book for the paleo cookbook diet, or whatever I said before. And this is what we call the shotgun approach, basically publishing everywhere where you would find a profitable keyword. And sometimes these publishers would even publish all of these books under the same pen name. So you would go to an author page on Amazon and you would see someone with books related to yoga, other books related to paleo cookbook, other books related to meditation and stuff that wasn't really that relevant. I don't recommend for you to do nowadays. I'm not saying that you can't do some money this way, but it's not the best strategy for you to follow. So what I recommend is for you to simply focus on a specific niche. So what you do is you go to Amazon, you do keyword research, and you try to find a combination of keywords that are related, and you start publishing books that are related to those keywords under a single pen name. So this means that you would publish like a book related to yoga for beginners, another book, let's say yoga poses, and you would publish those two books under the same pen name. And then what you would do is you would combine both books, make a bundle, and produce a third book. And this is what I recommend for you to do, for you to focus simply on one specific niche. So you publish two books, you can order them from a ghostwriter company, or you can write them, and then you publish them and you make a bundle. You bundle them together and publish a third book under a similar or relevant keyword. This is what I recommend for you to do, and of course this is what you should do to kind of test and see if that niche is profitable for you. And if you see that niche is profitable for you, what you should do is even publish more related books under similar keywords, and basically start it's just produce a series of books for the same author name in the same niche. Okay, so this is what I recommend for you to do nowadays. And of course, if you see that though that niche is not profitable, what you do is you do again keyword research, or if you already have keywords that you found previously that were profitable, you just go and you go to another niche and see if you can actually see it over there. So this is the first thing. The second thing is for you to produce high quality books. Okay, this is something that has dramatically changed over the past few years. I mean, back in the days when I started, you could actually publish a book with about 10,000 words, and you could do a lot of money with those books. I mean, and I'm not saying that nowadays it still doesn't work, but when it comes to nonfiction, I recommend for you to produce higher quality books, and in this case, for you to produce books with that are lengthier, that provide more content to your readers. And the length that I recommend for nonfiction nowadays is 30,000 words. This is about 180 pages to about 200 pages if you know what you're doing, if you include a few images inside of your book and so on. And the reason you should do this is this provides a good amount of content for your readers, and also once they actually buy your paperback, which they should, because this is where you supposedly will do most of your money, is with paperbacks and audiobooks. And that's also another thing, audiobooks. Anyway, the reason why you want this is first for your paperbacks. When your readers receive their paperbacks home, they will have a decent sized book that they can start reading, instead of like a really small short book that looks like a TV guide, and then customers get mad, they go to Amazon and they leave a negative review, which already happened to me in the past. The other part is because of audiobooks. The lengthier your books are, the more money you can actually make with them, because this is a price that is set by ACX, and you can change, and it depends on the length of your books. Okay, and with about 30,000 words, it's in the 3 to 5 hour range, which is a range where you can actually make more money by selling your audiobooks. So for this higher quality books, I'm not saying that you can't get away with shorter books. It really depends on the niche that you get in. For example, if you get into the cookbook niche, you can get away with 15,000 word books. Also, you won't make money with audiobooks because people don't actually buy cookbooks, or they rarely buy cookbooks when it comes to audio. So it's not something that is a big deal for you to have a lengthier book. And also the other thing is, with cookbooks, you can add a lot of images, which kind of makes the length of your book just lengthier. And the other niche that you could probably get in, and you don't need so much length, is with the books for kids when it comes to nonfiction. And you can actually produce shorter books and still be very successful. But once again, normally many of those books you really don't sell that well in audiobooks. The other thing is also, for when it comes to quality, for you to optimize everything inside of your book. This includes having a great cover, a cover that looks even better if possible than your competitors, having a great description, having a great and enticing title that makes customers want to just purchase your book because they can't resist it. They want it. It looks delicious. Okay? So you really want to optimize everything when it comes to being a publisher. You're not an author. I mean, if you are an author, then great, probably you wouldn't be watching this video. But I mean, in cases, you gotta remember that you're a publisher. If you were an author with thousands and thousands of followers, with a deep pocket where you can just promote your book everywhere, with a website, with a YouTube channel, and so on, then it's easier for you to kind of get away with a few aspects like not having a brilliant cover, which sometimes happens with several authors out there. They don't have a brilliant cover, but they still sell their book like hotcakes because they have all of those things that you don't have as a publisher normally. So you need to optimize everything. You need to pay attention to everything. And that is really what makes a book have high quality, is paying attention to all of the small details. The other thing that I want to talk about, the third thing, is for you to publish outside of Amazon. Okay, not just stay inside of Amazon. Amazon is great. You can just with Amazon, you will do most of your money, but that doesn't mean you can't do some extra, basically extra free money. By this I mean publishing also in draft to digital. This is where you can actually publish your ebooks. You can publish in draft to digital. Just make sure once you publish your books in draft to digital for you to not have them enrolled in the KDP program. Otherwise, Amazon will get mad at you and they will come with the hammer and hammer you down. So don't do that. Make sure to remove, if you have your book enrolled on the KDP program, make sure to remove it. And then you can publish in draft to digital. Over here, I don't do like a huge amount of money, but it's, I mean, you publish the books over here, you do some sales, you do some extra money. Why not? It's pretty passive income. The other website I like a lot is Ingram Spark. Over here, I'm doing very passively. I don't do basically anything. About $300 to $400 each month with Ingram Spark. I just published my paperbacks because over here you can actually publish your ebooks in paperbacks, but I just published my paperbacks over here. You can also publish your book as an hardcover over here, and that makes you have another source of income. And Ingram Spark is just fantastic. I like a lot Ingram Spark. It's very passive. I published my books once and it just keeps making money monthly without much extra work. The other one that I'm actually still trying is called Gumroad. Over here you can publish your ebooks, okay, and try to do some extra money. Now, that is the third thing for you to publish outside of Amazon, for you to use these platforms. There's no reason for you to not use them. The first thing I want to talk about is for you to use Amazon advertisement. This is just a must-have. There's no reason for you to not use Amazon advertisement. I mean, if you basically want to double your income nearly overnight, just use Amazon advertisement. I mean, just use it. There's no reason. It's just a great way for you to further promote your books besides just promoting them organically inside of the search engine from Google. And it's a great way for you to further promote your books, make a lot more money, and the more sales that your book do inside of Amazon, because you're promoting using Amazon advertisement, the better they tend to rank organically on Amazon. So it's a double benefit. The more sales you make, the more Amazon wants to make your book visible to their audience, so they can you can make more sales and they can also make more money with your books. And the other thing is for you, when it comes to Amazon advertisement, for you to have at least a budget when it comes to money for 2 months, okay? Save a like $1,000 or something like that for you to start using Amazon advertisement, and make sure for you to have this money for 2 months, because The thing is, once you start selling your book, it may take up to 60 days for you to see the return of your investment. So that is the reason why you should have a budget. And the fifth thing I want to talk about is for you to immediately sell your books, the books that you publish on Amazon, for you to immediately sell on all three formats, for you to not wait for anything. Once you publish your book, you should immediately sell as an ebook, as a paperback, and also has an audiobook. Okay, and when it comes to selecting a good niche, I recommend for you to select the niche that has a good potential for you to sell your book in all three formats, including audiobooks, because audiobooks is becoming more and more a big thing nowadays. I even look at myself. I mean, I still buy sometimes physical books because I just like to keep a paperback, around in my library or something like that. I just like to feel the paperback. But I gotta tell you, I mean, more and more I'm starting to listen to audiobooks. It's just easier for me to listen to them. I don't need to sit down, just set a specific time to just read a book. I mean, I can just go for a walk, go to the gym. I just put my phones on and I can listen to an audiobook, and it's just far easier for me to listen to audiobooks. And I guess most people out there are also seeing the same thing. So you should find a niche where you can make money with all three formats, including audiobooks. Now, when it comes to audiobooks, you have ACX, which is the platform that belongs to Amazon. And I mean, if you are in US, UK, Canadian, and also if you live in Ireland, you really don't have any kind of problems in using ACX. Now, if you live outside of those countries, it may be a problem. And this is a common question that I get: how, if you live, let's say I live in Portugal, how you can get away with this? Well, there's two solutions for this, because I don't recommend for you to lose money with audiobooks just because you don't live in one of those countries. So the first solution, and it's not that expensive, but you need to spend some money, is for you to simply create an LLC in the US. There are specific states like Delaware, and there's another state which I completely forgot the name of that state, where you can easily create a company over there, and you can create another account on Amazon, because you can have two accounts. You can have a personal KDP account and a business KDP account without running into any kind of problems. And if you create a LLC in the US, you can create a new account on Amazon, and then basically it's like you lived in the US and you can use ACX freely. That is the first solution. The second one is, if you are starting, you don't have a huge budget, the platform that you can use, the alternative platform, is Findaway Voices. I mean, you shouldn't expect for you to make so much money as you would do with ACX, but it's still a platform that you can use, and you don't completely lose all of your earnings if you didn't have audiobooks. So this is an alternative that you can use. Okay, so those are the 5 major tips that I suggest for you to follow so you can succeed with Kindle publishing in 2020 and 2021. So let's quickly recap what I said in this video. The first one is for you to focus on a specific niche, not to go all nuts out there and start publishing everywhere and you go crazy. Okay, focus on one niche. Test it out. Don't publish immediately like 10 books, 20 books in a specific niche. No, start with 2 books, then make a bundle, test it, see if you can make some money. If you are doing money, publish more books on that same niche. The second thing is for you to produce high quality books. This is for you to optimize everything that you can. It means optimizing your content, okay? Having a book with some depth that doesn't look like a TV guide, okay? And also for you to make a good outline for your book. Have a good outline. See what your customers want when it comes to that niche. What are their problems? How you can solve their problems. Make a good quality book. Also have a good cover. Have a good cover design. Have a good description. Have a good title for your book. The third thing is for you to publish outside of Amazon. This means publishing in English Spark, Draft to Digital, Gumroad. The fourth thing is for you to use Amazon ads. It's the easiest way for you to double, triple, or even more your income nearly overnight with your Kindle publishing business. And the fifth and last thing is for you to sell email your book in all three formats. This includes KDP, it includes paperback and audiobooks. And also to make sure, if you're smart, for you to choose a specific niche where you can see that you can possibly sell your books in all three different formats, including audiobooks, which is becoming more and more a big thing. This could be, for example, spirituality, business books. There's a lot of niches where it commonly sells well. For example, also self-help. There's a lot of niches that sell well in all three formats. Now, of course, if you publish a cookbook, probably won't sell much in audiobooks. Probably no, you won't sell much in audiobooks. There's always some crazy person that decides to purchase an audiobook when it comes to cookbooks. Okay, that is all for this video. Leave a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, go right below, do that, and also make sure to get my free guide over here. Okay, this free guide, great stuff. And that is all for now. Stay tuned with your Alexo, and bye.